Hey guys, in this lesson we are going to see how to programmatically change a layout component or call to a function from a view controller to another view controller. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and create a new project. I created a fresh project. Now here is our view controller and also the main storyboard. We need two view controllers now. Then I will keep this one as it is and add another one here by pressing this plus button and searching view controller. Okay, I will drag that to here. Now I need a Cocoa Touch class for this storyboard. So I will go ahead and right click on the app, that means my project name, and click on new file, selecting Cocoa Touch class. I will say the class name as second view controller. Now this should be the subclass of UI view controller. You can select like this and click next. I will create now. Alright, now here we have to click on this yellow icon. Then we have to show the inspector here. If you cannot see that, you have to make sure that is visible by clicking this show the inspector button and go to custom class section. Here we have to add the class name second view controller. Alright, now I will add a button to my first storyboard here. So page like that I will call it. Now I need some constraint to this button. For that I will go ahead and press on this button, add new constraint, and add in top constraint as 12, left 12, right 12. That's fine. Now I will go ahead and open my second view controller. When performing this button click, I will press on this button, and in the keyboard I will press Ctrl and then mouse drag into here, select the show. Alright, now I want to add some text to here. When user clicks some button from this view controller, that text should be changed. I will say change, and also I need a text field for I can enter some text, then that text will be visible in this view controller. Alright, for the text field I will add some constraint, 12, left 12, right 12, and button I will make it below of this text field and standard as the top margin, and left 12, right 12. Alright, I will add some text placeholder for this. Okay, now I'm going to add a text view to here. Actually it should be a label, right? And dragging into here, I will add some constraint to this text view now. Label, I will make text as new. Text will be visible here. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to add the connection, the outlet connection with my view controller to this label. I'm clicking on this button and go to assistant. Here actually it opened my second view controller. If you fail to open your code here, then all you have to do is just press on this button, which is add editor on right, then click on your design left side again. here you have to select your class by this path selection. I will go to view controller now. Then I will click on this label and drag into here, selecting the connection as outlet. I will say text label. Okay, let's say that's text label. Now I am going to my second view controller and made the connection for this text field. Here I can select my second view controller. Now I am going to press on this text field and press on the control and drag into here in the second view controller. I will say text editor outlet. I'm creating the connection as outlet. Okay, now click event for this button. I will press and control and drag into here, say the connection as action button change, and the type I will select UI button. Okay, design part is completed. Now we need to go to our second view controller. In the button change, I will do something here. Firstly, I want to drag my text editor outlet current text. I will say let str is equals to text editor outlet dot text. Okay. Secondly, I will call for notification center here. Notification center dot default dot post. Now inside this we have to pass in a name of a protocol. Currently we don't have any protocol, so we have go to our view controller, then create a new extension here in the below this class or top. I will say extension. I will include notification dot name and then braces. I will say static. Let's go ahead and call this for reload. You can use whatever you want here. We have to use this reload here. Then I will set this equals to notification dot name, and then inside parentheses we have to pass in a string for that identifier of notification. I will say that as reload. You can use whatever you want. Alright, now here go back to your second view controller. I will pass in that as dot reload. It is visible now. Okay, the second argument is what we want to pass in is object as nil. Now go back to our view controller. Here actually we need to store this text somewhere. How we can do that? I'm going to go ahead and create a new variable top of this class. I will say var text to show as a simple string, no content. Alright, now I will set that variable text to show is equals to str. Okay, here we have to say question mark and give a optional value. I will keep that as empty, double quotations. It is fine now. Then I'm going to open my view controller again. Here in the view did load, I'm going to call for add observer because we have to listen to this notification change. For that I will say notification center dot add default dot add observer. Firstly, we have to pass in the argument as self, then a selector. That means the function when user perform this notification. I will go ahead and create a new obj func, then function name reload label, like that. You can use whatever you want here. I will just put braces here. Now inside parentheses we have to pass in a parameter which is notification as notification. Okay, now the selector hash selector, inside parentheses we have to call for this function which is reload label. I will say self dot reload label. We can keep this as it is. It will automatically add this notification colon, right? Now we have to say object as nil here. Now it is asking for the name. Name is notification dot name, and then parentheses we have to say inside double quotations reload, that we added here, this one, because we are calling to this in our second view controller here. That's why we are listening to that name here. Okay, now we can go ahead and see what will happen. Here we have error objc, that should be objc, right? Before running, let's go ahead and change this text label. Text label the text is equals to our text to show. Okay, now let's see. I'm clicking on this show page. Now enter some text. Hello there. Click change. I will close this one. Now you can see hello there is visible now. I will enter some random string here. It is also visible. Hello world. That's fine. Okay, that's it for this lecture, and I'll see in the next lecture, and you will find this project in the description.